In this video I wanted to go over how to send information from in a SQL statement you're doing to the REST call. So right now we're just doing a get, and we kind of sent a static value over just to appease the API call placeholder thing we're doing here. So one thing that we haven't gone over yet was if we wanted to take this placeholder code utility thing I'm using and send some data along with it, and not just call URL. So in this video I'm going to show you how to do that. So looking at our example so far, I'm selecting some employee information here, and then I'm also making the REST call. So what I normally like to do is I'm just going to make some more room. I want to get a tmap component. And put that there. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to send the output of that thing to the tmap component. Excuse me. I'm going to create a new output to here, and you want to name this output. Well, actually, you can name it whatever you want, but in the output you have to have two fields, which I'll explain in a second. So, API args. Yes, let's do that. So looking at this now, we can see that it asked if I wanted to get the schema of the target component, which I said yes to. And in there you can see that there's going to be a body and a string. The body is a document type, which essentially is a huge JSON mapping of everything that you want to send over. Or you can create a string of the body. The string is essentially the same thing as the body, only it's in a string data type form in Java. I normally just use the string field when I'm doing this. So, excuse me. Looking at our example online, we can see that we want to send this JSON back. So this is the information that you want to send to the API call. So I'm just going to copy that, and then I'm just going to explicitly make a new string object just to be explicit. So now it looks like this, and it's getting, I don't want to say confused, but I don't think it likes this just because I have these here. But I think that should still work, if I remember my Java syntax correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Puts it inside of there. Just going to click and drag this value to the string, and you can see how it references it with var dot and then the variable name inside the structure you created. I'm not going to do anything with the input that's going into here, but you definitely could, and you could just do that by dragging it into here or dragging it straight over. Depending on your API call you're doing, it's more than likely going to need to be in JSON format, so you're going to have to do some manipulation here to create a string that's in JSON. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply and hit OK. So we're sending the correct arguments now over, and now I'm just going to copy and paste this URL and make sure we use the correct method, which is a post. And get rid of that. is going to be a post, and the content type we're sending in is going to be JSON. We accept any response back. We're not going to have any arguments we're sending there besides the one that we created for this mapping. There's no going to be any URL queries. Everything else looks good here. And then we should be able to see the response, which should be we'll return the ID and then the information we also sent to it. So we're going to save this and then go ahead and run it. And click OK. Okay. Compile time errors, alright. More likely it's a string I tried to create. Yep. Insert missing quote. Okay, so it probably wants the string all to be on the same line. That looks better. It's all blue now. I'm going to hit apply, hit OK, save, and I'm going to run it again. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have my server on. Okay, one more time. Cool, looks like all of those failed. Bad request. So they were all 400 errors. Let's see, we did a post, we put in JSON, that's definitely JSON. Something wrong with the arguments we sent to here. It might be that these things need to be in double quotes, but then I'll have to escape it. Let's see if this works. Nope, still it's not working. Well, it's a bad request, so the information we're sending there is not valid. So it's something to do with how we're creating this string here. So what we can do then to debug this is we can delete this, move this over slightly, get a tlog statement going, put that here. And then I'm going to go ahead and run this again. And then we'll go ahead and look at body is null, title is foo, body is bar, user ID is 1. That looks pretty good to me. It may not like the fact that body is null. Looks fine to me. There must be something simple we're missing. Possibly the comma. Well, looking up a 400 response code, a 400 response means bad request. The request could not be understood by the server due to malformed syntax. The client should not repeat the request without modification. So it is something we're sending here as an argument. No, it's definitely something wrong with the argument we're sending over. Why don't I just send this in the body as well and see what happens. It probably will get a compile time error because a string is not a document. Yep. Well, one way we can test this is we can use our API tool called Postman, which is a Google Chrome extension. And we'll just go for Windows. And you can see they also have one for Chrome, Linux, Mac, or whatever. Looks like I already have it for Chrome, so I'm just gonna get rid of this thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna do a post, and if we look back at our URL we're hitting this one. And then we should have some type of body, which is going to be just raw text. This is going to be JSON data, and we're sending this over. Okay, looks like there's a problem here. Bad string. Let's go ahead and try to send that. Okay, same error message, so we were able to duplicate the error here, which is good. I think this has to be in quotes as well. Okay, I'll send this. Alright, so then we get the proper response. So that's our problem. We have to put the JSON field names in quotes as well. So go back to talend, go back to this, and then we will change this. And I'm just going to copy this thing, paste that there, paste that there, paste it right there, paste it right there, paste it here, paste it here. Okay, apply, and let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like they're all successful, but I have this field here that's not, it's looking for the email column, but that's not, that column doesn't exist. So what we can do then is we can change our jQuery query to look for, in the current object, we're going to look for the column called title. Enter. Let's edit the output schema. Title, let's be a string. Yes. And specifically we're looking for something called title. Okay, there we go. All the titles name are foo. So it works successfully. Thanks for watching.